Welcome back to Expats Toolkit, your ultimate guide to moving and living abroad. Moving to a new country is an exciting adventure, filled with new experiences and opportunities, but it can be overwhelming. Today, I'm going to break down the essential tasks that you need to do once you arrive into your host country. This will help you make your transition go much smoother and you'll get to enjoy it much more faster. Let's begin. Before I move on, please subscribe to my channel and follow me by giving me a thumbs up and letting me know what you think about this video. First things you need to do is complete all the legal and document administrative work to obtain your residency. Register with your local authorities, whether that's getting some sort of ID or tax ID, obtain your necessary visas or permits, and reinsure that all your documents are in order so that when you go visit the immigration office, you have all the things you need in order to become a resident. Now, one thing I will advise you on this is maybe to consider finding a residency application service, which we typically do. These folks will tell you basically step by step all the paperwork needed, what the process will take, how long it will take, and they will handle it all for you. You pay them a fee, but it definitely alleviates the stress of trying to navigate it all, because if you've ever dealt with an immigration office, it can be very stressful. Might be worth considering in this process. The next step you're going to want to do is go establish a bank account. You want some place that can handle all your finances, deal with your transfers from the US. I did a whole video about how to set up a bank account and navigating that system and questions you need to ask. I'll leave the link below. You can go there and watch it. But you need to get yourself familiar with the banking system, setting it up, putting money in the account, because most likely that's some requirement for your residency. Having your finances in place will make it so much easier to manage all your money. If you haven't done it already, you'll need to secure a housing and also setting up your utilities. Finding the home is probably top on your list. If you haven't done it already, whether you're renting a home or buying a home, hopefully you did all this on your scouting trip. But if you haven't and you're doing an Airbnb or a temporary short-term stay somewhere right now, getting your residency is going to be your key factor at this point in your move abroad. You want to finalize your living arrangements so that you can have a document showing that you have an address. This will be crucial. And then next, you're going to want to set up all the utilities for that resident. I made a video about how to set up utilities in a foreign country and all the things that you need to do and ask questions. You can watch it. It's linked below. But this will take a while, and it's a lengthy process because you're navigating not only a whole new system, but a language barrier. So find a friend, find someone that can speak that language to help you through this process. Staying connected is going to be an important piece as well. So you either need to visit a telephone service office and get a package for your phone, or an eSIM or a SIM card. As you're moving about, trying to learn the city and downloading apps, you'll want to be able to use your phone. Staying connected is going to be your key. Get your phone set up and ready to go. Understand the local transportation system. You probably don't have a car yet, so you'll need to experience all the different transportation options you have. Get the pass, get a ticket, ride them all, and try them out. You know, one of my favorite things to do is to get on a train or subway and just ride it to the very end and see where it goes, what neighborhoods it visits, and ride it back. It's not going to cost you anything extra. It's a great way to kind of look at the city and get familiarized with the system. How easy is it to get on? Is it on schedule? How easy is it to get a ticket that day? All of these things you can kind of do right at first when you first move there. Healthcare is critical. Familiarize yourself with the healthcare services in your community. Do you need to get insurance? Some countries require that you have health insurance. So you'll need to connect with a health insurance agent to get that established. Also, learn about the local doctors in your area. Start talking to expats and finding out who they see and where do they go. What hospitals are the best? Which ones will work with foreigners? This is the time that you'll need to do that while you're navigating your city. Familiarize yourself with the processes of going to a doctor or a hospital. Do you have to make an appointment? Can you just walk in? What is the billing process, or what do things cost? This is a good time to start getting familiar with those operations of services. If you have children, obviously you need to establish a relationship with the local school. So you'll want to go there to register your child, learn about the system. When does school start? When does it end? What are the documents that are going to be required to register your child? This will help your kids adjust smoothly and continue their education seamlessly. Getting to know your neighborhood is essential in your life at this point. So start walking around, learning where's the grocery store, where's the hardware store, pharmacy, shopping mall, anything that you think that you'll be spending some time at shopping. Start navigating your neighborhood and finding those locations. Familiarizing yourself with these services will make daily life much more convenient. Start paying attention to the local customs and etiquettes of your country. This is something I kind of had to learn very quickly in Turkey. For example, when you visit someone or you enter someone's home, you have to take your shoes off. It's very customary that you visit a neighbor or a friend, you bring some sort of dessert or gift to that person. But familiarize yourself with those things. That way it will help you acclimate to that lifestyle of living there. Join some local expat groups in the community. I talk a whole bunch about social networking and how to build that network in your new host country. The video link is below. Joining expat groups and attending these get-togethers will help you in learning about your community, building relationships, answering questions you may have. This is incredibly valuable in you in settling in this new host country. Something we always tend to forget is know your local emergency contact information. If a fire breaks out, how do you call for emergency services? What's the ambulance hotline? If the water pipe busts in your apartment, how do you call that utilities company? Know all those emergency contact information, have them posted somewhere in your home or have them on you is very important. Being prepared for emergencies is essential. If you don't know the local language, sign up for a language class. Even the basic understandings of the language, you may not be fluent, but you know some adjusted phrases, some common words. It's going to make your life go much smoother while living in that country. So spend the time, sign up for a class, and you won't be disappointed. Communication goes a long way. Register with your local embassy or consulate. They need to know that you're in this country. Just in case an emergency arises, they can send you an email or contact you. We do this when we move abroad, is we registered in Turkey with the consulate, and when they had a major earthquake there, they sent a message to us explaining this is what you need to do, here's contact information, and they wanted to know if we were okay, so obviously we responded with where our location was and what was going on. So this is very important. They're also very helpful in answering questions about residency or some immigration issues that you may have. Please sign up with them. There's a program, I think it's called Steps, that you'll want to take a look at. That's very helpful. Again, just a quick reminder, please subscribe to my channel as you will get notified when I've created a new video. And give me a thumbs up if you think this video is helpful in your process of moving abroad. Building a social connection with locals is so important. Participate in local community activities, festivals, events, get to know your neighbors, really spend the time to integrate yourself into that community. These interactions will help you feel more integrated, will have lasting friendships, We have great relationships with our old landlord in the Turkey. We're making new ones now in Budapest. And so this is an important part of your lifestyle, and you need to start it immediately as a part of your daily activities of doing things when you move abroad. I'm going to start talking to you. How do you go about that integration piece while living abroad? And I want to first say to this is that you're in a new environment. Right at first, everything is really exciting and you're really busy. But there will become a time when things will slow down and you really need to say, okay, now how do I adjust into this? And so I'm going to give you a task list. And of course, all of this is in the description box below. You can print it out and look at it of how to adjust into this new environment. And the first thing I say is be open-minded. Embrace your new experiences with a positive attitude and a willingness to change, because you're going to do a lot of change in this first part of living abroad. If you're a person that's very rigid and don't like change, you're going to struggle. So you need to start accepting the fact that every day is going to be a different day and you're going to have to change some. This will help you navigate your new life with great ease and enjoyment. Again, I say invest in taking a language class. This will help you with communication and having phrases that you can say so you can speak to your neighbors or people in passing. You don't have to be proficient in the language. Just knowing phrases and ways to communicate to ask for help is a great start. Adjusting to a new country takes time. I can tell you in America, we are so used to things going at a fast pace that things are going to go a lot slower once you live abroad. And you have to learn to accept patience. Be patient with yourself, be patient with others, because you're going to navigate cultural differences and styles of things of how they process abroad. Be understanding. It'll all come together. It just may take longer than you think. Connect with local support, expat groups, Internation, people maybe at your workplace or school if you have one. This is going to help you with this transition. Ask for guidance. Reach out to them. Ask questions. Say, hey, I need help. Can you help me with figuring this out? They are very resourceful, and most of them have been in your shoes before, so therefore they're more than willing to help you in this process. I say go out and immerse yourself in the local customs, in the cuisines, in the culture, their activities. Do as much as you can. Try new foods. Engage in new activities. Join different groups that you typically would have never thought about, like a pottery group or a speaking club, meditation group, whatever it is. Join those while you're in your host country, because right now you're going through a lot of new things anyway. This will also give you some connections with people, give you an outage, a new experience. Prioritize your physical and mental well-being. Don't sit in your house all day and do nothing. Go out, do some exercise, even if it's walking in the neighborhood. Do some mental things. Mental things can be learning the language. That requires a lot of mental work. But stay active, engaging, and this will make your new home come together much quicker. You want to maintain a healthy lifestyle for yourself. Establish a daily routine of activities. I established a routine very quickly, so I schedule a workout in the mornings, a lunch, then maybe do some reading, go out for an evening get together. Whatever your routine may be, you need to establish that and create that for yourself while living abroad. Keep up with the local news as much as you can. I know that typically you're speaking another language, but we follow a kind of like a newspaper group that is in English in the countries we're in, and that way we know what's going on as far as the overall government, any critical things that are happening in that country. But you want to be aware of what's going on, so find something that you can connect with and keep up with those local activities. Actively participate in cultural exchanges. It can be a little tricky because we tend to compare our home country's activities to theirs. I'd always tell people never criticize the country you're in, because this is what they know, this is what they're accustomed to. Participate, learn about it, share, but be very careful on criticizing because you don't want to become a person that's always complaining about a country. I hate it when I go places like when I was in Ecuador and all the Americans there were complaining that nobody spoke English. Well, yeah, you're in Ecuador, right? Be aware of that sensitivity because the natives may think that's kind of rude. Actively participate in culture exchanges by sharing your aspect of your own culture with theirs and appreciate their local customs. Building your social network through community activities is a great way to adjust to your new life. This may be volunteering for an organization or being a part of an event or helping out a neighbor. These are all ways that you can be a part of your community. Keep a journal. Write down all your daily activities, who you met, all the things you've accomplished. Some challenges, obviously, because you're going to note that. But by writing these in a journal helps you reflect on your day, kind of gives you a positive outlook of things that you can say that you've accomplished. And I find that writing is very therapeutic in adjusting to my new life in a host country. I also like to take a lot of photos. This is an easy way to share with others about your experiences, what you saw, how it happened, all that good stuff. So something to consider. Accept and celebrate all your milestones. You've made a big choice of moving abroad, and that's not an easy feat. So celebrate the things that you've accomplished, whether it's getting an apartment, navigating the city, learning how to sign up for a language class and starting that process. These are big milestones for you. They may seem small, but really take the time to appreciate those moments in your life, as they will be one of your biggest rewards. Maintain a regular communication with your family and friends back home is also very helpful in getting a support system going that you're familiar with while you make all these different transitions of living abroad. I like to take the time every week to talk to my kids, a few of my friends, just saying, hey, how's it going? What's going on in your neighborhood? And of course, sharing with them my own experiences. This just helps alleviate being homesick or feeling like I'm all out there by myself. Again, I'm going to stress to be respectful and adapting to local customs, as these are the traditions of the country you have chosen to live in. Foster those positive relationships. Stay away from speaking about the negatives in that country or the differences, and really embrace those cultural differences. That's it for today. If you found this guide helpful, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. This will help you not miss the next video as I continue to produce information about how to move abroad as well as live abroad. You can also find me on social media, Facebook and Instagram, as I will share what I'm doing here in Budapest, as well as some helpful information about moving and living abroad that may come in handy for you. So look me up, Expats Toolkit. Thanks for watching today. I really enjoy sharing with you, and I hope that you find it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe. Have a great day. See you at the next video.